Welcome to r/Tales from Tech Support, where we get to have a little chuckle at the technologically disadvantaged. Like me. I'm Uncle Reddit, and have I got a story for you. Well, Merry Christmas, everybody. I know we got a whole week, but I figured I'd tell you just in case I forgot later on this week. Enjoy some of these Tales from Tech Support stories from your jolly old elf, Uncle Reddit. Trash can. Ring ring. Service desk, how may I help you? I can't find my trash can. Your trash can? Yes, I can't find it. Ma'am, have you checked under or around your desk? Or with the janitorial staff or maintenance? No, what would they have anything to do with it? Okay, please tell me what you're trying to do. I need to get the word paper I deleted. I need to get that back. Oh, you mean the recycle bin. The what? The recycle bin on your desktop. I don't know what that is. I need my trash can. I keep things there that I might need sometimes. Oh, okay. Well, your trash can is on your desktop, usually next to the My Computer icon. I don't see it. Okay, click on My Computer and click Desktop. Oh, there it is. Okay, thanks. Bye. Click. No words. The trash can. It does look like a trash can, but it also has a big, giant recycle symbol on the front of it. Pluggable clipboard. This story happened in 2015 and is one of my most hilarious support cases. I worked in first level support that day, and a team assistant, called TA in this text, called in on our support hotline. TA, can you please help me with my clipboard? I think it's broken. I can copy, but the paste dropdown says it's disabled. Me, maybe there's some permissions missing to copy the files. Can you tell me the destination folder? TA, I don't think that this is the problem. I can create and edit files there. Nevertheless, I checked the permissions, of course. She was right. My first thoughts were that she really tried to solve it on her own because, without Googling, she would not have used the term clipboard. Because she worked in the same building, I agreed to come over and get a coffee and fix the problem. At her office, I asked her to show me the problem. TA, look, I select this file, click with the right button on it, and choose copy. Everything okay so far? But then she plugged off her mouse from her computer, walked to another computer, plugged the mouse in, and right-clicked and opened the folder. Plugged the mouse in and right-clicked on an open folder. Oh my god. TA, see? Paste is disabled. In 2015, where clipboard history was not a thing in Windows, I laughed so hard. I had to buy her a cupcake for atonement. She really thought that the clipboard was stored on her mouse because she clicked it with the mouse. That's too funny. Oh, to my knowledge, nothing's ever been or is even currently stored on your mouse. Tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing something. I still have questions. I had a customer come in yesterday complaining that the wired mouse we sold him for his computer wasn't working properly and that we should give him a refund. I asked what was wrong with it, and he claimed that if you moved the mouse up, the cursor would go down. Oh, I know where this is going. Move it left, it would go right. At this point, I'm thinking he somehow enabled mouse inversion on his computer when a thought enters my head. Silly question, but when you use the mouse, are the buttons at the top or the bottom? And his answer? The bottom. Yep, saw that one coming from miles. I'm not sure if it's just new people or certain mindsets. I don't think I've ever had a problem with a mouse not working correctly. I don't think it ever even entered my head that my mouse was broken because, it was going opposite directions. I knew which way to hold it instinctively. Even the old wired mouse, where it didn't even have a scroll wheel, it just had the, left and right buttons. Not a problem. I mean, you kind of use your fingers to push the buttons. I don't know. But I don't want to swap toner. So another story from a school I used to work in. One of the projects I had rolled out was to remove half our printers and automation of toner replacements to departments. When a printer hit a 20% toner alert, it would trigger an automated system that would order more toner for that printer, and our printer provider would ship new toner. For example, if IT hit 20% black toner, suddenly a new toner would be shipped to the school. Attention, IT department. The purpose of this was that it meant that IT didn't need to store and deliver toner. One flow on from this was that all staff were shown how to change toner. Open flap, pull out plastic ribbon, and install. Easy. This came with a policy that the executive signed off on that IT would only train staff on toner replacements, not to actually replace them. Since IT weren't needed to order or swap toner, we wouldn't do it for you. If you submitted a ticket asking for more toner, it was automatically closed, informing the teacher to check their storeroom and swap the toner themselves, reminding them a new toner was on its way. Each department always had a spare in their office, and only once in that time did we run into an issue where a department went through a whole toner in one day. Holy cow, I can't even imagine that. Though this one teacher believes swapping toner was above her. She learned sending tickets in doesn't help, so she would call us. This is a combination of multiple calls. IT. Hello, how can I help you? Self-entitled teacher. The toner's out. Come and replace it. IT. Sure. Are you there right now? We can send someone over now to show you how to swap the toner. Entitled teacher. No, I don't swap toner. That's an IT job. IT. As you know, IT only shows you how to do it. Staff must swap their own toner. Entitled teacher. Okay, come here now. I got over to the office and, like she would sometimes do, she had taken off, leaving a note saying something like, I had an urgent student issue to attend. Please swap toner. Since myself and the rest of help desk were well aware of her methods, we just updated the note, added, please see guide above printer. Each printer had a series of photos showing them how to change toner. I even checked there was a spare toner in her staff room. I went back to IT, created a ticket and noted teacher was not in office. Please see guide attached and install toner. If you would like IT, please let us know a time you're around so we can teach you. This was the afternoon, so I logged off and went home. Next morning I come into a yelling email that she had been unable to print. It was all my fault, and as a result the world was ending. The entire executive was CC'd and made out that I was a horrible person. I calmly responded that we had attended right away, made sure instructions were there, and even attached them to a ticket. Stated when we arrived, we saw a note saying she was attending an urgent student issue, and also included references to a dozen other tickets about her refusal to follow the guide. Within a half hour, I got a singular reply from one of the executive members thanking me and to close the ticket. They'll deal with it themselves. I find out later that the executives were sick of her self-entitled actions, and that she was getting an official warning over this. The big reason, there had been no urgent student issue, and she had gone to get a coffee. Her lying about student issues had been a step too far. Ironically, with no further help required, she suddenly could swap her toner. Yeah, it's amazing what people are capable of when everybody else just finally has had enough and puts their foot down, eh? And in the beginning, I think there might be an English translation issue here. I don't think she thought it was above her, I think she thought it was beneath her. Like she was too good to replace her own toner. A true entitled Karen. In defense of tech support. My wife and I were visiting family when my manager sent a frantic email asking for support with an internal application I'd been involved with. I tried to contact the useless lead engineer several times, but he didn't respond. I was worried about being laid off, so I did the work from my mobile, despite being in a different country. Navigating a well-known cloud provider's portals via iOS? Not fun. Giving answers to an indifferent product manager because the lead engineer is AWOL? Less so. For the rest of the trip, I had a nagging sense this was going to backfire on me. And it did. Despite resolving the situation, the lead engineer and his manager blamed me. Said I was reluctant to cede my project to their team and claimed I wouldn't delegate responsibility. Wrong. I was actually glad to be rid of it. Here's an excerpt of our discussion. Me. I called the lead engineer 4 times, but he didn't pick up. Lead engineer's manager. He didn't recognize the number. I would never pick up the phone if I didn't recognize the number. Me. I have a US phone number, called 4 times, and there was an ongoing platform issue. Given this context, it would seem prudent to answer your mobile. Lead engineer's manager. I don't see it that way. You're still wrong. Me. This is how the company worked. Engineering managers could come up with ridiculous excuses and were always believed. Her boss, the CTO, calls me in to play the blame game. I had spent hours preparing my defense, instead of working, as I wasn't going to be their scapegoat. I suppose I should have asked why I had to defend myself at all. CTO grills me alone. I calmly explained what happened, provided a chronological outline, and included links to all the documentation I'd created. CTO concedes that I was not at fault, then sends a BS email to me, my manager, my manager's manager, and the lead engineer's manager, promising to look into the lead engineer's lack of action. Yet nothing was ever done. It was a kangaroo court.
G'day, mate.
No apologies, no follow-ups from anyone. They never even thanked me for helping out during my time off. I began looking for another job and put up with my manager for a couple more months. Updated my resume while at work. Called in sick several times to interview in person. Did one interview while still at work. Just walked out and met with the hiring manager during my lunch break. I can't begin to describe how satisfying it was to leave this toxic place. They seemed surprised when I put in my 2 weeks notice. I worked, snoozed, from home the entire time. During my exit interview, HR asked where I was going and how much I would be paid. I politely declined to answer. HR's asking you where you're going to work and how much you're going to be making? I wouldn't answer that question either, and I wouldn't be polite about it. The nerve of some people. User calls up 1 minute before closing, demands to be shown how to save a Word document. Title pretty much says it all, but here goes nothing. Me equals me, you equals user. For context, the help desk closes at 5, but we have a rolling shift of third line support, whoever draws the short straw, to stay on until 6 for urgent issues. The business understands that this is for urgent issues only, but it's a law firm, full of self-entitled lawyers, so that doesn't usually hold up. Call comes in at 17:59. Me, IT, how can I help? User, oh, sorry, I know you finish at 6, don't you? Me, yes I do, what's the issue you're having? User, I'm having trouble saving this Word document. Me, okay, what error message are you getting? User, error message? Me, yeah, what message pops up when you try to save it? User, oh, I haven't. I was hoping you could do that for me. Me, audibly confused at this point. You want me to save a Word document for you? User, yes. Me, runs through getting the computer number, etc. Just want to get this over with as I'm now working unpaid overtime. There you go, all saved. User, can you run me through how you did that? It was too fast. Me, what? Me, sure, I do it again, but slower. User, hang on, I just need to write this down. Me, I then have to run her through this multiple times so she can write down the steps. This call took 15 minutes to save a Word doc. But it's a law firm, full of lawyers, and my boss doesn't have a backbone, so any complaints are immediately a talking to/formal warning. So we have to put up with BS like this from users all the time. Oh my god. To save a Word doc. That's amazing. You went above and beyond as it was staying late. Then you went above and beyond helping them save a Word doc, which is something that really isn't your problem because there was no error. It wasn't a glitch in the program, nothing in the software, hardware, none of it. It was just that they didn't know how to do it. I'm confused. But like you said, if you gotta keep your job, then, I guess appeasing that law firm who's gonna make life difficult for you, I guess that was your only option. But man, 15 minutes to save one Word document. That is incredible. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Click this video right here. I think you'll enjoy it. See ya.